I remember when I fell down, but I didn't know that I fell down. I was just trying to push up, sitting by my shower, and I just heard Sydney just calling to me, "Bye, I love you." And I'm not talking, and she just thought I was throwing up since I had a migraine that morning.
And I was like, "Mom, I'm about to go, I'm gonna be late." And she just didn't say nothing. And she was like, not looking at me, but like looking at me, if that makes sense. One of her legs quit, like, it was like a twitch.
And thank God that he told Sid to check on me, or I would probably not be here.
Time is one of the most important things that we need to pay attention when somebody's suffering from a stroke. Thousands of neurons or brain cells die every second. The longer we wait or the longer a patient has to get to us so that we can try to restore that flow and save that brain tissue, the less likely it is that they will have a recovery.
We've been together half my life, and you're riding with somebody in an ambulance, and you try to talk to them. And you look in their eyes, and it's like nobody's home. Just that stare look.
When I first met Ashley, she had like signs and symptoms of an acute stroke on the left side of her brain, meaning that a blood vessel on the left side of her brain was clogged up. It was impeding flow to that side of the brain. So she was having a very hard time expressing herself, understanding, and moving the right side of her body. Ashley had a stroke because she has a particular disease process called fibromuscular dysplasia. Certain size vessels, like the ones in the neck, there's a layer in the middle made out of like muscle tissue, and it just tends to grow a little bit more than it would on somebody else, on a normal individual. So in her case, she had a small tear in the blood vessel on the left side that goes to the brain, and that formed a piece of clot that broke off and went into one of the main arteries in the brain, and it also had a small tear in there impeding flow. So I had to repair the tear with a stent, and then I was able to navigate another catheter through into the brain and remove the piece of clot that had formed and was causing all her symptoms.
So she was a typical post-stroke in the early phases. She still had deficits. She had deficits mainly with her speech. As you can imagine, being a young mother, she was very frustrated with that. We started working on outpatient speech therapy. We talked about etiology of her stroke and really trying to prevent a recurrent episode and trying to get her back as functionally to her baseline as possible.
Happy birthday, dear Lawson. Happy birthday to you.
She got back into the things that she loved, one of which was participating in church and music, and she has a great support system as well, which helps drive those things. If you become a recluse and you don't go out and do those things and you become very sedentary, your progress kind of stagnates to where she was saying, please tell me what the next thing I can do. Tell me what I can do to improve. Tell me, what can help me. And she was always looking for that next thing to try to get her back to where she is now.
You the bird. Laundry? You go.
Her son and her daughter, they had this blanket that they draped over her that just had their pictures all over it, and you could just tell that they were just so wholesome. And I just really loved that, and I related to that because, I love my family too.
How's things? Pretty
Hey,
good.
Ashley. Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
So, you're here to do a checkup. So the fact that we actually interviewed and I sat with Ashley today is a testament to not only a multidisciplinary team that took neurologists, helicopter pilots, neurointerventionists, cardiologists, echo techs, etc. So you take one little link out of that bicycle chain and it doesn't pedal. And Ashley's like pedaling all day long right now.
And sometimes I'm not talking very well, but I'm still talking. Yeah, I'm so grateful that I can still play the piano and sing without hesitating.
My rock, my shield, my firm foundation. I know I will not be shaken. You remind me where my help comes from. This is the truth I'm standing on. Even when all my strength is gone, you are faithful forever. I know you'll never let me fall. Right now I'm choosing to believe. Someday soon I'll look back and see all the pain had a purpose. Your plan was perfect all along. This is the truth I'm standing